Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and we're continuing on with this month's theme of movies that star WWE Hall of Famers. And today we're going to take a look at Body Slam, starring Dirk Benedict, Kelly Martin, Tanya Roberts, Charles Nelson Riley, Billy Barty, John Aston, and John Fujioka, as well as Sam Fatu, best known as the Tonga Kid, and starring WWE Hall of Famers Captain Lou Albano from the 1996 class, Roddy Piper from the 2005 class, and representing the 2007 class, Afa and Sika Anoa'i, the Wild Samoans. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, today we're taking a look at the second movie in our brand new month, brand new theme, movies that star WWE Hall of Famers. And we're going to take a look at the film Body Slam, which stars WWE Hall of Famers Captain Lou Albano, Roddy Piper, and the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika Anoa'i, as well as featuring, during the final match of the movie, Bruno Sammartino, Classy Freddie Blassie, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair, all at ringside, all Hall of Famers. They're just not major roles in the movie, so they're not listed in the main credits. But as our movie opens, M. Harry Smilac, who was once a successful music promoter, is having a hard time attracting talent and booking gigs for his only client, the rock band Kick. Behind on his car payments and owing a large amount of money to a banker, he reluctantly accepts a job finding musical acts for the fundraiser of an unpopular politician. Although not entirely happy with his new gig, Harry does find a love interest in Candace van der Wegen, the daughter of the politician's wealthy campaign booster. While making arrangements for the fundraiser, Harry mistakes professional wrestler Quick Rick Roberts for a musician and hires him. Having zero luck as a music manager, Harry decides to stick with his intuition about Roberts, and he becomes a professional wrestling manager, booking matches for Roberts and his teammate, Tonga Tom. The team is a success, but politics quickly come into play when Harry clashes with Rick's former manager, the villainous Captain Lou Albano. A day after the disastrous fundraiser that featured Harry's rock band, Captain Lou and his tag team champions, the Cannibals, injure Harry, Rick, and Tonga Tom in a nationally televised bout before getting them blacklisted from every major arena in the country. Recovering from their injuries and on the fringes of both the music industry and the wrestling industry, Harry decides to take his wrestlers and his band on a cross-country tour of small arenas. Now, initially, Harry promotes separate gigs, wrestling shows, and rock shows, but a scheduling mix-up at a venue causes him to promote a single event featuring both music and wrestling. The show is well received, so Harry schedules an entire tour using his newly dubbed Rock in Wrestling format. Their tour is a huge success, which angers Captain Lou Albano. On a televised appearance, Harry challenges Captain Lou's Cannibals to a match for the World Tag Team Championship on behalf of his wrestlers, Rick Roberts and Tonga Tom. After a hard-fought match, Rick and Tom are able to defeat the Cannibals to become the new World Tag Team Champions as our movie comes to its end. This movie was epic in its 80s cheesiness. For starters, you got Dirk Benedict, who played Hannibal on the 80s TV show The A-Team, and our lead role is M. Harry Smilac. He's so braggadocious, he's so arrogant, he's so dislikable, yet he's our hero. Go figure. You've then got Roddy Piper as Rick Roberts and the Tonga Kid as Tonga Tom. Great job by both of them. This was one of Piper's first movie roles. After this, he would go on to get Hell Comes to Frogtown, which I did when we discussed movies that star wrestlers the last time. I'll link my review for that up here. After that, he also got John Carpenter's They Live, the iconic film, probably Piper's best known role. Again, we did that last time on movies that star wrestlers, so I'll link that review up here as well. But because of his success here, he kind of got noticed and did those movies. Piper is also notoriously a good guy here, and I believe during the filming of this, he was still a heel in the WWE. So you've got that going for it as well. You've then got the Cannibals, half of which was the Barbarian, and the other half was a guy who wrestled for Crockett Promotions, Thomas Leroy Cassatt, best known as Tijo Khan. I apologize if I butchered that, but that was the Cannibals. You would think, hearing me describe the Cannibals, you would think that would be the Wild Samoans with their savage ways within the ring. But no, they played bodyguards heavies for a different character who really wasn't mentioned in the synopsis. But they were both very, very prevalent and about as heavily featured as the Tonga Kid and Roddy Piper, which is why they got mentioned. You've also got Captain Lou Albano as Captain Lou Morano. Watching him do his villainous things at ringside and managing the Barbarian and the other gentleman was very fun. Of course, I know Captain Lou best from the Cyndi Lauper music videos. You know, girls just want to have fun. So I'm used to seeing him as a good guy and seeing him as a heel, even though I know that's what he was probably best known for, was his villainous ways in the wrestling ring at ringside, managing groups like the Samoans. But I know him best from being a fun-loving good guy. You know, he's Mario, for Christ's sake. So seeing him get to be a heel, even in the confines of a movie, I thought was very awesome. Like I said, at the very end, you've got classy Freddie Blassie, Bruno Sammartino, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who is announced over the PA as the NWA World's Champion. So take that for what it is. I want to say this movie was made in 1985. Give me just a second here. 86, excuse me. So the movie was made in 1986, so that kind of puts a time frame as to where Ric Flair was in his career at the time, Crockett Promotions, World Champion, etc. But you've got all of these wrestlers coming together to make this cheese-tastic 80s movie. And Dirk Benedict has even said in interviews that although working with Hogan on the A-Team prior, he didn't know that wrestling was scripted entertainment until working on this movie. So the more you learn, right? The more you know. And knowing is half the battle. So you've got that going for it as well. The music in the movie, oh my God, it was cheese-tastic. It was so 80s. It was so bad, it was kind of good. It wasn't great, but you could definitely tell it was 80s music. Holy hell. All in all, though, it was a really fun movie. I'm keeping tabs on it online. I'm going to definitely purchase it, add it to my collection, a hard copy of it. When it comes to my rating of this, I'm going to be fair. It was cheesy. It was so bad it's kind of good cheesy. Give it 3 out of 5 stars. Definitely not Piper's best performance, but it was very, very fun. There was a lot of joy to be had about this movie, and anybody that considers them a professional wrestling fan, I think you need to search this movie out, give it a watch. As of right now, it is on the Tubi app for free. So all you got to do is deal with the commercials, the ads that Tubi throws into their presentations, and you got it on lock. It's no different than watching it on a regular cable TV channel and having them throw commercials in the middle of it. So if you can deal with that, go to the Tubi app, watch this movie, give it a look, and let me know what you think. Those of you that have seen it, what did you think? If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And it's new release Saturday. We're going to be talking about a brand new film starring a man who was announced to be going into the 2020 WWE Hall of Fame, but as of this date and this filming, he has not officially been inducted yet. He has not been able to give his speech and receive the honors. We're going to be discussing Knock at the Cabin, starring Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge, Nikki Amuka Bird, Rupert Grint, Abby Quinn, Kristen Cui, and M. Night Shyamalan. And then, later in the evening, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, it'll be time to once again engage in our Saturday shenanigans that are Open Mic Night. Myself, the West Coast Professor Jeff Meacham, the Simple Man Noah Foster, the Heeb Man James Hebert, and whoever else decides to come through the doors and step up to the microphone will be able to engage with us in some professional wrestling discussion. You don't want to miss out on that. Right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, new release Saturday, Knock at the Cabin, starring Dave Bautista and Jonathan Groff, best known as the voice of Kristoff from Frozen. We've got Open Mic Night, the Saturday shenanigans that are that chaotic open forum, and so much more in store for you here on the Casa D18 Studios channel and across the multiverse of media. You don't want to miss out on any of it. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out on any of the content that drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Dirk Benedict, fans of Roddy Piper, fans of the Tonga Kid, fans of the Wild Samoans, fans of Captain Lou Albano, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized and begin making some money on the hard work I've put in this channel over the last 2 years. Thank you once again to everyone who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next time.